is Lady Boule, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And yes, we are having a season of disagreement on this channel. I am not trying to be divisive or contrary, but I am speaking my truth. The Maya Angelou saying is that when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And I do. I believe that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party both uphold white supremacy. And both those parties have shown us that on a number of occasions. There have been occasions when the Republican Party counted the cost and did something to advance the Black American agenda, you might say. There have been times when the Democrats have done things to advance the Black American agenda. And anybody who doesn't know that really doesn't know anything about American politics, and you don't know anything about the laws that have been passed. So I have been about the black family ever since I've been on this platform. I am married to a black man. I have black family. Everybody in my family, my close relatives in my nuclear and extended family, everybody's married to a black man or a black woman. So I am pro-black family. Now, let me digress. When I came on this platform in 2017, Yvette Carnell was the only person that I saw talking about reparations. I remember her being at that board when I started watching her. She would be at that board and she would just be preaching her heart out about reparations, about black American identity. She was talking about all of these things while these other people who have grabbed the narrative were talking about black women, demeaning and degrading black women. Now all of a sudden everybody has taken, and I really believe, and I say this because I want somebody to prove me wrong. They took her talking points and ran with it. She came up with the ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery Identity. And then somebody else went behind her back and had it trademarked. So she then had to go back and do the American Descendants of Slavery Advocacy Foundation. Now, I believe I'm right about this. But she was the one that was talking about lineage-based reparations, while these other people were talking about, y'all ain't gonna get no reparations. Y'all ain't gonna get no reparations. Not only that, they were making fun of her and saying derogatory things about her. She wasn't focused on her personal life or anybody else's personal life. She was focused on advocating for reparations for black people. She didn't say black men, and she didn't say black women to the exclusion of black men. She said American descendants of slavery. Now, first thing that I have a problem with these men. Now, let us be clear. My husband and I both thought the American Descendant of Slavery Identity was a great idea. We both agreed with that. But we saw her come under attack by a number of these very same men who I'm going to say, because I believe it to be true, they took her talking points and now they have these big platforms and now they're advocating for reparations. Some of the very people who said from the beginning that we were never going to get reparations. Now that's part of my problem with this whole thing about the attack on Kamala Harris. I see it as an extension of the attack that they waged on black women, calling black women hyenas and talking about the dress size and how much you weigh and your body count. Basically, trying to devalue the humanity or worthiness of a black woman. Now, I know there are a lot of black women that have latched on to these men. Some people are so desperate for male attention, I believe that they will do that. A black man who cares about black women is not looking for ways to humiliate you or to make money off of you. And I stand by that. Now, when it comes to Kamala Harris, I have been clear. People keep coming on my channel talking about Kamala Harris is not black. She's not black. Now, we have already said, and I have already established, in today's modern age, to be black, you have to have a black mother and a black father, which she does not have. I have also been honest to admit I wish we had better candidates. But for me, Donald Trump is a non-starter. So I'm just not going to have that conversation anymore. But I do take issue with who's leading the narrative about black people and what needs to be done for black people. Now, we're not all going to agree. We are not going to all agree. But I want black men who care about the black family, black women, and black children to lead the narrative. I don't want cyber pimps who built their platform demeaning and degrading black women to now reinvent themselves as the leaders of black people and caring about black men and black women. I want black men and black women to lead this narrative who care about black people and who have a history of caring about black people. Not people who decided that black women are not fit to be married. Black women are not fit for this. So they went out and got them some white women or some racially ambiguous women who are in their conversation better than black women. But now that they see an opportunity, a little opening somewhere to get some attention, now all of a sudden they are the leaders of black people. I don't buy it. I just don't. It's phony and unreal. I don't agree with these people. They need to get off the stage and go back to cyber pimping or whatever hustle they have going at the moment. And I'm not being any more divisive than they are and that they have been, because there are people on social media, YouTube, who have always advocated for black people and the black family, even when it's been in shambles, and we know the family has been under attack for various reasons. But these same men blaming all of the problems in the black community, in the black family, on black women, these men are not fit to lead. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this election turns out. But more importantly, it's going to be interesting to see what they do after the election. Because regardless to how the election turns out, black people are not going to get everything they need. And that is when leadership is really going to be needed. What are we going to do, and what are they going to suggest after the election? Is anybody going to come up with an idea where we can get together as a group and lobby Congress, or get some constitutional lawyers and go after some of these ills that we have been suffering for hundreds of years? Or are they just going to continue to talk? Now, they've been talking about Kamala needs to talk to us. Kamala needs to talk to us. Well, she does. I don't have a problem with that. But there are 3 branches of government in the United States of America, each of them with their own powers. Each of them can act if they need to. There are laws on the books that have never been challenged relative to the treatment and the citizenship of black American descendants of slavery. So everything needs to be looked at if we are really talking about justice, a justice claim, and what we are owed. Everything needs to be on the table. So let's see what will happen after the election. That's where the real story is going to be told. But I must stand on my truth. And this is my truth. And I'm going to end with this. Anything can be challenged in America. Any law can be challenged. Roe versus Wade, which was giving women the right to abortion, was law. It was settled law, everybody thought. Affirmative action was settled law, everybody thought. But we've seen both of them overturned in the last few years by the Supreme Court. And that is why I say anything can be challenged. So anyway, y'all, this is my truth. Thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to express yourself in a respectful way. We have to be respectful if we want to be respected. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and have a good day.